Welcome to your Jailbroken Fire Stick. This is a new video created as of June 2020. Our softwares are constantly changing, so sometimes our videos are changing. So please go ahead and follow our Facebook support page on the bottom of your instruction sheet if you haven't done so, just so that you're always kept to date with the latest softwares and latest things that are going on. Okay, so when you first receive your Fire Stick, you want to plug it into the HDMI. After that, make sure the power cord and everything's plugged in. And if your remote isn't working somehow, it just needs to be synced. Click on that home button right there. Hold it down for about 2 minutes. After about 2 minutes holding down that home button, you'll see a little screen pop up that says your remote is now connected. Okay, so when you first get it, you're going to go over to settings here. We're going to go over to network. You're going to find your Wi-Fi information. You want the one that says -5G if possible. If you don't have it, you can connect to a different one that has your name. But -5G is the best to kind of make the Fire Stick a lot faster. So after that, you press the home button. You'll see your apps and channel. All our stuff is going to be on this row. Sometimes if it's not in this row, just hold down the home button here. You'll see Apps Plus, and then you'll locate them down in here if it's not on the second row under your apps and channels. Anything on the sheet that we gave you has to do with our stuff. Anything that's outside of our sheet has to do with Amazon. So try to stay within our softwares. You can bypass everything on Amazon with our softwares. So the first one is just Pluto. You might have heard of it. It's just a free one that you can get. We just put it in there just in case you haven't heard of it because it's nice to have. It has a little TV guide and a bunch of different channels with it. But this is not where you're going to go for your cable channels. This just has a bunch of different channels you can watch. I'll show you where the cable channels are right now. So I'm going to go back here. We're going to go over to AOS TV. Click on that. So I don't really like the new layout that AOS has made. So we definitely like the different one. So if you go all the way down, click to switch to mobile mode right here. Click on that, click yes. They'll switch it back to the original layout, which I think is a lot easier to use. It's a lot more user-friendly. Right here under Sports Live at the top here, that's where you're going to find all the UFC fights, Dodgers, Lakers, any kind of sport league. It has to be all live that when it's playing, but you'll find them there. If you want your cable channels, just click filter. We're going to go down to IPTV. Click on that. And you can pick whatever channel you want. It could be international or if you want USA. Just click on that. It's going to say channel loading. And as you can see there's a whole bunch of channels right there for you. And you can always full screen it so you don't have to have this window next to it. So that's that. For movies and TV shows, go to cinema here. We do have about, I think, 6-7 apps for movies and TV shows. It just as a backup for you, in case there's ever a maintenance or something's down for the moment, that you always have a backup. So if you hit those 3 lines right here, you can switch between TV shows and movies. You don't have to watch just what is on here. You can also search it at the top as well. For Netflix and Hulu lists, go to TV shows here. Hit that little arrow at the top. Go all the way down. You'll see Netflix list. If you click on that, it'll pull everything from Netflix for you. So you get access to Netflix or Hulu, all that for free. Okay, another spot for UFC fights is also, and pay-per-views and just sports in general, is Xanax. We recommend using this one last. This is basically kind of like Kodi, and it's really slow program, so if you can avoid using it, I would try to, but it is a backup just in case for you. And it does take a little bit to load, so you do got to give it a second. So if you're on here, go all the way over, not Sports TV or Sports Prime. You want to go all the way to Sports. Where that window says Rising Tides, that's where you're going to find UFC, Sport League, pay-per-view if you need that. So that's where the other location is for that stuff. We have a lot of repetitive program, as you already know, like Viva is just another one for movies and TV shows. But it's really important before you watch this video, try to read your instruction sheet. because there's a lot of information on that instruction sheet that will really help you understand how to use the device. And the biggest thing is never to factory reset it or to delete anything. But make sure before watching this video all the way that you just kind of read over your instruction sheet as well so that you understand how to use the device. Okay? And then you can go see movies, TV shows, and then you can also search it at the bottom, up here as well. So you can switch through TV shows, or you can search right here. So I'm going to show you how to kind of play a movie or TV show. So I'm clicking on cinema here. Let's say I wanted to watch Stranger Things here. You click on this. You can click on the season that you want. I press the play button. Okay, these are called sources. You want the one that says 1080 or HD if possible. If you have a slower internet, you can run at a different quality, but if you have a decent internet, you should be able to run HD just fine. So after I click play, as you can see, it just turns on. So you kind of want to just, if you're ever buffering or anything like that, just make sure that you're connected on 5G Wi-Fi. That's really important to do. And then just make sure you're clicking different source links if one link is buffering. But yeah, so as you can see, this is Stranger Things here. Anyways, that's how you basically use your Fire Stick. So if you haven't joined the Facebook group, once again, we really do recommend it so that you're always up to date with software updates or anything that's going on. We'll always let you know what's going on there. We'll let you know if there's a pay-per-view and where to go to find it and everything else.